All right, welcome into the Woodward Sports 6-4 Lions post-game show. My name is Anson Wells. I'm joined here by the man they call Kentucky Green.
Yes, sir.
You handed it to me today in fantasy football.
I did.
Goddamn Josh Allen.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
Shout out to the heavies holding it down here for our watch party. Hey, Jeff Walker said it. This one was excruciating, and Jeff Walker is joining us today from the audio booth. How you doing, Jeff?
Can't hear you. TD, second page. Channel
While
20.
we wait on him to get his audio right, guys, we are going to be taking calls. So if you got that number, get in. We'll be taking those probably in about a half hour because I know you guys don't want to break this game down too much. Jeff Walker was going crazy in the background.
Losing it, bro.
This is excruciating, he said. You know what? I had to write that down because this game was excruciating.
I mean, this is not a Detroit Lions loss. This is just solely on the hands of Jared Goff. Your defense played out of their mind. This defense has played as well as they have all season against a Super Bowl winning team.
Champs, defending
champs, and you come out here and you deliver a performance like that, can't happen. Can't happen.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit later on in this broadcast.
No disagreement.
Oh, there is.
There's no disagreement.
But
we all seen it.
Straight from K-Zoo, the Bronco himself, Mr. Justin Satawa, is making us look good in the broadcast booth. How are you, Mr. TD? Let's get some levels here, guys.
Nah, he got him first page TD Mike.
We swapped them around today. They're learning.
What channel?
Should be 10. Yep, to your right side.
All right. Yeah,
There he
see,
is.
there we go.
Yeah.
How's it going, fellas? I mean, hey, the mics are like the Lions offense, not working today. I mean, that was a frustrating game. I know a lot of people are going to come in here and talk about that last PI call, but the Lions had already lost the game at that point. I don't factor that in. I just a sloppy
call,
game.
yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff to go over. A lot of people, rightfully so, can be upset and mad about this game. Garuda 449 in the chat. The offensive line was bad tonight. Absolutely, they weren't strong. Goff wasn't strong. The receivers weren't strong. It just was not a very good day for this Lions offense. The defense, however, played very, very well.
Well, shout out everybody watching and joining us here at Woodward Sports Lions post game. You know, watching this game, we've done 4 games now this year. This game really felt like Minnesota. This game felt like Green Bay. To me, I thought that the Lions were the better team on the field in all 3 of these games. The miscues, the miscommunication, Jared Goff inaccuracy, dropped passes that normally are catches.
Yeah.
And honestly, we had good defensive performances by our defense in all 3 of these games. To Jeff's point, I thought the defense was awesome today.
This was one of the better ones of the season, if you ask me.
Yeah, and they're owed a big apology right now. And as much as we can look to Jared Goff, and I know that Easy was going crazy, and I know that Tuesday when Sticks in here,
Oh, God.
I hope Easy comes in
might
early.
take that
So
day
those
off.
guys, I know it's going to be wild. I know Spenny's eyes are going to be rolling. But when I look at this game, and I look at the way that it starts out, guys, I'm all for Dan Gamble football. I love it, all right? He's influenced the NFL. We've talked about it, how all these teams are following his lead. What I have felt, and this started with the San Francisco game, is that there are games where you have to play on the feel over the analytics. And this game felt like a field position defensive struggle, wind, rain, snow, on the road. This is a time where you kick and you get the field. You put or change the whole lineup of the field with your great Pro Bowl kicker, Jack Fox. You take those 3 points when you get a chance to. And then on the punt, the fake punt, I hate that. This is a game where if you don't choose those, Dan Gamble plays and you play it by the book, and you expect this thing to be a 10-10 battle, you play that field position, you take your points, and you get the hell out of there with a victory. And I really thought that as much as we celebrated Dan Campbell over the last week, I really think that what he did today was he overthought this game. He overcoached this game. There were simple spots in this game to be conservative in a game where the offense wasn't working and the defense was, and instead he went for the fake punt. He went for the fourth down conversion. Listen, man, when you're 1 for 13 on third and fourth down combined, take the field goal.
Listen, I'm not going to fight you on that completely because I do agree with some of that sentiment. There were moments in this game, like you said, the fake punt, that was a bad call. That was you trying to manufacture momentum for this team that just didn't have anything going. So I won't fault you there. You can make an argument about the field goal. At the time that you would have kicked it, you can make a different you can have that opinion and say, oh, it could have made a difference in the game. But ultimately, another 3 points didn't even help you in this one. I don't think Dan Campbell – see, the funny thing is about us Lions fans is when Dan Campbell's lining it up and he's going for it and we loving it, it's all cheers, all smiles, all everything. But you live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. And I can see if this was uncharacteristic by the Lions, but this is the type of team we are. So, unfortunately, on nights like this, I can live with the fourth down decisions. My biggest sticking point was the execution. A lot of those plays, a lot of those third, fourth down plays were available to this team. The execution was just not there. You saw Jared Goff, once again, he had a bad game. Nobody's going to try to come in here, except maybe Stick, and really, cover this one up for him. It was a bad game, like flat out. However, there were drops in this game at certain points, certain crucial points in this game by Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, I always say it, death, taxes, and golf to St. Brown. You didn't see none of that today. This was probably one of the worst games that I've seen.
Felt like Minnesota.
Yeah, from that duo in a long time. I don't even know if it was that bad. It ain't too many times I can tell you within the last 2 to 3 years that the Lions scored single digits and they looked the way that they did. That was pretty brutal, man. I like Jeff's analogy. It was painful. It was like pulling teeth, bro. I felt like I got a root canal watching that game.
Yeah, and as much as I disagreed with Jeff Walker, this is the number 2 offense in the league. And to your point, they put up 9 points today. Jared Goff, number 1 completion percentage in the league, number 1 completion percentage over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Not so much today. 14 of 37 for 255 yards, had the pick. That pick really changed the complexion of this game.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's, it's one where he had a lot of balls batted at the line of scrimmage today. I count at least 4 that I remember.
There's more.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like there was more. He had pressure. I thought that he escaped it a few times decently. Only actually went down 2 times today for a loss of 12 yards, but he could not get it going. The run game almost felt like it was getting going. Honestly, the only thing that worked today was short dump-offs to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs tried to put this team on his back flat out. You can't fault the performance that he had.
Those pinball plays,
man.
He had 2 or 3 plays where he could have busted.
How about the juke moves, bro? He is a fucking video game out there. And it's just amazing. Jahmyr Gibbs, you can't fault his performance at all. And I did feel like the run game, as the game went along, it got a little bit better. And as you were able to feed Gibbs more and more, he was able to go out there and show off his speed and his takeoff. His acceleration is absolutely crazy. But it got to a point in the game where the run game didn't matter. Like, once you get down 2 scores, It makes it real tough. You got to put the football in the air. And these 2 teams, that one turnover turned out to be everything. Because turnovers were at a premium in this game. The Eagles coming in being a team that doesn't turn the football over a lot. I know we haven't turned the football over a whole great deal this season. And that one turnover turned out to be absolutely everything. That pick early in the game, and Goff wasn't right ever since then.
It felt like the pick 6 that got taken away from us in the Packers game. It was just such a momentum swing. Justin, I look at this game, and so much was made over the last week about Dan Campbell putting the glasses on and taking the clipboard and taking control of the play calling. Did that serve the Lions well today?
I don't know. I don't think it was on the play calling. I think it was more on the execution. I mean, Goff just blatant misses that you would expect, especially, I mean, KG covered it. The St. Brown to Goff connection just was not there today. And you missed Laporta. You could tell the blocking suffered. There was the one time where St. Brown missed a block on the 4th and 1 in the first quarter. And that's usually a place where Laporta would have been the guy in there blocking on that other end. And it was those type of plays that swung this game. I don't think it was the play call. I think it was the players. I think Goff just missed too many throws that you have to hit. Especially, like, we're looking at a tie game if he hits Brock Wright in the end zone on 4th and goal.
100%.
How do you miss that?
That's a miss.
Brock Wright, 2 catches on 7 targets today. Amon-Ra, 2 catches, 2 drops on, guess for me, KG, how many targets do you think Amon-Ra had today with 2 catches?
I think he had double-digit targets.
He had 12
Yep.
targets today.
Sheesh.
2 out of 12 is probably a stat line we never see out of this duo again.
No, seriously.
I mean,
I don't know if I've
not.
ever seen it
I hope
before
not.
tonight. I don't think I've ever seen it.
You will see it if Jared Goff's the one throwing the ball.
Get it off, Jeff. And listen, we're going to give y'all runway to get off on Jared Goff because I know it's a lot of frustration and angst with his performance today. But at the same time, I mean, he's not going anywhere.
Nope.
JG16 is going to be here, and we know him to be a better quarterback than this. So I can understand fans.
4 interceptions through 10 games.
No,
it's not terrible.
Exactly. Like he's having a really, really good year in terms of not turning the football over. But mainly, shout out to Hanson, man. But mainly,
move over.
yeah, no, and Jeff, I'm gonna get back to you in a second because I know you want to get off. But mainly, I feel like Jared Goff's been good enough to where I understand if you feel disappointed with this loss. But at the same time, we've seen him be better than this. And yes, in cold weather games, he needs to perform better. I think we can all agree with that. But overall, Jared Goff, he's one of the top QBs in this league. He just had a bad day at the office, bro.
Yeah, watching the broadcast before I got into the network, they were celebrating him at 20 touchdowns on the season and only 3 picks. And literally that same play, he gets it batted up, and they get that pick off that batted ball. That, for me, was such a pivotal moment in this game.
Yeah.
But I really thought that throughout this entire game, it was excruciating because, Jeff, we knew that we could take control of this game at any point because our defense was playing so well. And the lack of execution, I mean, the butchered execution is something that is just so rare and out of character, non-brand for this team that this game was harder than the Green Bay game.
Oh, yeah,
this
without a
game was
doubt.
harder than the Minnesota game.
I would say this is their worst performance of the season, if you ask me. Even worse than Minnesota.
I'm not going to fight you on that. Is this their worst performance of the year, gentlemen?
By Jared Goff, yeah.
By the team as a whole, man.
No, because
74 rushing yards, 255 through the air. Obviously, the defense is very good. They give up 148 on the ground. Now, those 2 draw, one of them was called by Justin right before it happened. Those 2 draw quarterback plays up the middle on 3rd down, those were huge. Those are plays that this year they haven't given up to opposing quarterbacks. They've been able to limit the running. 10 runs for Jalen Hurts today, 31 yards. 4 or 5 of those were on tush pushes. So you figure he's averaging about 6 yards per carry on those. But only 135 yards passing through the air. 63.8 rating. 3 points better than Jared Goff. 14 of 28. 135 yards. This is a game you're supposed to win.
No, that's a
when
fact.
you have the number 2 offense in the league. Listen, we can talk about the execution because it wasn't there. But we also have to look at the play calling. We have to look at the way that this entire game was coached. I feel like if you take a different approach in this game, it's a very different feel. It's a very different situation for 60 minutes and probably a very different outcome.
And once again, it's hard to fight you on that. Like I think that at the end of the day, the play calling was probably on the priority list. I wouldn't put it super high. I felt like there were other things in this game that just did not go your way. And once again, when you have your quarterback going out there, he's being inefficient and out of rhythm, out of character, and then you got, receivers dropping passes as well. Add to the fact that sometimes the pressure did get home. You went against a really good Eagles front four, and at times they were able to just make it really, really hard on you, collapsing pockets, being able to stick their hands up and bat some of those balls down. As the game went on, you can tell that defensive line was wearing on them. And the big fear that I had throughout this whole game, and I said it literally from the start of this game, when they got to about the third or fourth offensive drive in which they weren't doing anything, I'm like, your defense, guys. You can't keep putting your defense on the field because eventually they will get tired. Even in the face of them getting tired, they still went out there and just gave you a crown jewel, and the offense absolutely let them down today.
Yeah, they absolutely wasted a gem by the defense, one of the tougher offensives to hold down. We did see this team stop them 2 different times on the tush push, back to back. I know
4
on
times.
that last possession, 4 times total.
Yeah.
So 2 different times where they held them out of the tush push. We also saw something that, everybody, 31 teams in the NFL have been wanting to see. We didn't think we'd see it. It's the first time, and that was a whistle and a flag thrown on a false start on a tush push. So to see that, to Jeff's point, twice today, it's pretty cool to see the team that voted to keep it in be able to shut it down.
No, for real. And I got to give credit to the refs for most of the game. That last call, absolutely egregious, but outside of that, I felt like the game was officiated pretty well as compared to previous weeks. So, but that last penalty was just like, what are we doing here? Pass interference. That was nasty.
You know me, I'm Mr. Conspiracy, and I believe that they want the financially the big financial windfall games. They don't want bad games in the Super Bowl. They want teams that draw an audience. And the last couple minutes, the last minute and a half of this game would have had all kinds of ratings, man, if you give the Lions back that ball. Yeah. Terrible call. Even Chris Collinsworth, normally you see them protecting all these guys, Vic Fangio and them, but this time he spoke it. It was a terrible call. If anything, it should have gone the other way. But to your point, if you're going to sit there and complain about that call and act like the Lions really had a shot, I mean, sure, you give them the ball and maybe they get it to overtime, but the way that they were executing an offense, I don't know what kind of hopes you could have had for that drive at that point.
There's a topic that's kind of overwhelming the chat, and I'd love to get your guys' opinion on it because, where was it? Right here. Billy Bobby, and this is like not just Billy Bobby, though. This is like a vast majority of chat. Ben Johnson was the real reason the Lions were great. Now he's making the Bears a contender. And this comment section is littered with Ben Johnson over Dan Campbell. What are your guys' thoughts on a lot of this fan base accrediting that Ben Johnson is the truth? That was a Chicago fan, but
that was the same ones. The same one slurping him last week when Dan Campbell took the plays from John Morton is those exact same people.
I'm pretty sure all those dudes are wearing Crocs right now.
Yeah, big facts.
And hey, I'm wearing Crocs, bro.
Hey,
if you watch that,
I expect that.
If you watch that Bears and Vikings game, the Bears have no absolute reason at all to be like, oh yeah, we truly won that game. Like, the Vikings literally just handed it to you. They gave you a beautiful return.
Yes.
I mean, come on now.
No, okay, let's be realistic about the Bears, okay? First of all, they lose at home to the Vikings week 1. They get blown out by the Lions, doubled up and then some. 31 points they lose by. Then they beat Dallas. Okay, Dallas isn't good. They beat the Raiders last second. You know how that one went down. Then the Washington Commanders, same deal, last second. Saints, okay, they won that game. They get housed in Baltimore. Bengals, same deal, last-minute play, gets free on a QB scramble and somehow wins that game.
Defense.
And then the Giants last week, you got no Scatterbo, you got no Jackson Dart in the second half, and somehow they score on a last-minute play. Same deal with the Vikings. Now, you got the Steelers, Eagles, Packers, Browns, Packers, Niners, Detroit. All right?
Tough.
Now, I gave them RIP on Tuesday. This team's going to finish 9-8. Bears are going to finish 9-8.
Crazy,
and you know why?
bro.
Because something that you predicted I was all on board with, week 18 is no longer going to be a maintenance week for the Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions are going to have their full team out there
That's
in
a
week
fact.
18.
That's a
And I'm going to
fact.
tell you right now, it's going to be Soldier Field. It's going to be bitter damn cold. And there will be pundits all over the place. It might be for the division.
Oh, stop
It really could be for the
Stop.
division.
Oh,
I don't
God.
think so.
Not again, man.
Listen,
Bro.
you know,
Not again,
the
bro.
Chicago Catfish, you know I'm not pushing them at all. They don't have the schedule to get them there. They will be 8-8 going into that final game.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, I believe they'll be 9-7 going into that final game. And that game in Soldier Field against the Lions to win their 10th game of the season, Lions will beat them. Lions might need that game to get over Green Bay. I'm not worried about this division. I'm fucking certainly not worried about the Bears. Like, you might get excited because all of these telestrators and all these guys are talking about the Bears right now and how they continuously find ways to win. Look who they're beating. Look how they're beating them. Now look at their schedule and understand what's going to happen. Did you see what Catfish Caleb did in that game? Did you see the missed passes to wide open receivers over and over? I watched that whole game.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. Both quarterbacks look terrible.
No, I don't think they what people think they are, although the record says that. But
They're not.
Got to give them credit, though.
They're in
Because
first place.
the fact that we even saying Bears 9 wins and Demon Dice, I see you, bro. I'm only doing this for you because you're an avid listener of the network. I said they were a 5-win team. Like, flat out. And you look at what they've been able to do. They are arguably looking like the second best team, because I'm not ready to call them the first. The second best team in this division. But with the Lions playing like how they are right now and some of the speed bumps that they're running into, I think you might be right, bro. Like, I wasn't talking shit or ragging on you at all. Like, that last game might be of importance, whether we want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I hope
we
it isn't.
switched gears, man, because I was in agreement with you. I
No,
thought that this
yeah.
was going to be maintenance game.
I thought so
getting
too,
the
bro.
third string in, and that is certainly
Yeah.
Well, okay, so listen, guys. Woodward Sports post-game show. KG, I'm Anson, Jeff Walker, and of course Justin in the booth there. Shout out Sun Cruiser. Kept this one enjoyable, even though it wasn't excruciating. Shout out Planet Fitness, and of course the fighter Ven Johnson. We are going to be getting to your calls in just a little bit, so get ready, get your takes going. I'm going to ask you guys right now, and we'll bring it back to the chat when we get you on the phone. Are you worried not about the playoffs? I think we're all in unison. This is a playoff team. I know
Yeah.
some joker came into the chat during the watch party and said this wasn't a playoff team. But are you worried about the NFC North now?
I mean, I'm not worried, but at the same time, you got to pay attention to what's going on too, because one, the Bears, they are playing.
We're in third place, KG.
Yeah, no, real shit. Like the Lions, today's loss did not help you by any stretch of the imagination. This was a conference game going against not only the defending Super Bowl champions, but one of the upper tier teams in the NFC. This was a proven.
You got to win out to get the number one seed
Yeah.
at this point, right?
No, of course.
Especially with the
I think-
tiebreaker.
Of
being
course,
lost.
and I don't even know if the number one seed
not.
is realistic at this point.
No, not after this loss.
Yeah, no, I think that
And
might be
Lion
out the window.
fans have to. They need a pickleback, and they need to take that shot down.
No, they do, and a lot of fans might be happy about that because a lot of us were scared.
I don't like that
we don't,
rust.
we
I
don't
don't
need
like
the
that
number one
rust,
seed.
man, you know.
We don't need the number one seed, but no, and they might not get it. So in that case, you're gonna have to go on the road in the playoffs at some point. I'm not necessarily mad about that though, because I feel like the roster is the roster, and we can contend with most teams when we're playing the way we're supposed to be playing. But as of right now, like I say, you got to just pay attention to what's going on. The Bears are kind of having a good season as we move along here. The Packers keep finding ways to win, although I think they're fraudulent. You got to give them credit. They find ways to win games. I mean, the Vikings are pretty much out of it now. We know that, but those two teams right there, you're looking at an NFC North that it could come down to those final few weeks, man, and that's a position that I didn't want the Lions to be in, a position that I thought that they would not be able to be in. But, hey, as of right now, they got their work cut out.
Yeah, listen, we got 700 of you watching right now live. Please smash that like button. Let's get us up to 100. And, you know, I don't disagree with any of that here. I'm looking at the people in the chat, though, and I'm wondering what they were saying 2 days ago. Because what I'm hearing right now is crazy talk. Let's take a look at the schedule, because right now I'm hearing people saying that the Lions are going to lose their next 2 games. I'm seeing people in the chat talking about missing the playoffs right now.
Relax.
Now, thank you.
You knew it was going to go there.
For sure. Let's take a look at this schedule. We got the Giants in town. All right?
It's a win.
Ford Field. This team doesn't lose back-to-back.
But it's Jameis Winston.
It is your boy Jameis.
Come on now.
JB would have a real hard time with us losing.
Oh,
that
yeah,
game.
he going.
That's a W, all right? Then we
Yeah.
got Thanksgiving. We got the Packers revenge game. It's a fucking W. I don't care. Dallas, W. At the Rams. Now, what are you talking about? We're going to lose to the Giants and the Packers both games at home?
Yeah, that's enough.
What are you in the chat right now? Come on, man. I know you don't believe that. That's 3 straight wins, in my opinion. Then you go to the Rams. You lose that game. Steelers, at Vikings, Bears. This team can go 6-1 to finish this season, right? That's 12-5.
Yeah, 12-5.
And that's what I threw out there at the beginning of the season,
Yep.
right? Are you disappointed with the 12-5 Lions team? Fuck that. Are you disappointed in an 11-6 Lions team?
No, as long as they make the playoffs, I'm not disappointed. I don't care what it looks like.
11-6. Are you jumping off a bridge, Jeff?
No, but this game had huge implications of not just first seed implications, but also this is a game where you're supposed to say, you know what, they're defending Super Bowl champions. We felt like we could have done that last year, and we can prove it to you why. And you go out there and there's going to be a serious issue if this team cannot get it together, and you can't always depend on just rhythm, just the rhythm of the offense, just the rhythm. Sometimes you just have to make plays, and Jared Goff just does not make
Nobody
those
made plays today but Jameer Gibbs.
And the defense.
And the defense.
You gotta
Give
be able
them
to get
all
the
they
ball.
I'm seeing some stuff in here saying, we're stuck with Jared Goff for another 5 years.
Yes.
He's on contract 2026,
It's tough.
2027 with a potential out before 2025. So 2 more years for sure.
Yeah.
A 3rd year possible.
You don't have
Why
him
we're
around.
talking about getting the best quarterback that we've had in a Lions jersey since Bobby Lane, let's talk to Chicago fans. Let's talk to fans around the country about how that works out for you guys. Because, we gave up Stafford, and he's got a ring now. But in terms of, there's, 27, 26, mostly not great quarterbacks in the league?
Yeah.
There's 7 of them out there, and we have one. And I can go through Pat Mahomes, I can go through Jalen Hurts, and I can point out terrible games. In fact, this was not a good game for Jalen Hurts. He had 125 yards of passing, 31 yards on the ground. He game managed this one, all right? He wasn't putting anything downfield. He wasn't making game-breaking plays where we're talking about Jalen Hurts right now. We're focused on Jared Goff while both quarterbacks played equally as bad. Period.
But
There is a
The
difference,
rest
though.
of the team did not execute.
No, it's a slight difference, though. You kind of expect games like this from a Jalen Hurts because he's just not a great thrower of the
And
football.
but we can't expect games like this out of Jared Goff.
No, but Jared Goff is a
Not like
better
this.
arm talent.
Not like this, no.
Yeah, no, we expect Jared Goff to go out
You
there
have to
and
be
throw
better.
the football way better than he did tonight. So I will push back there.
This,
That's it.
what he just did was unacceptable.
Talk louder,
that's,
Jeff.
That's unacceptable. What he just did was unacceptable. You can't do that. Not if you're going to be on this Lions team, because you're not helping us.
Jeff go
You're
kick
hurting
him off
us.
the team.
You're hurting us.
Jeff go
Get
kick
the
him off.
ball to your playmakers and
Bro,
let
he
them
wants
make
Kyle
plays.
Allen. Bro, put Kyle Allen.
Right,
in.
put grade 8
I
in,
don't
huh?
want Kyle Allen. I just want Jared Goff to make plays.
Now, I'm looking at this. Both guys were 50% or lower in completion percentage.
Yeah.
We had 40-mile-per-hour wind. We had rain.
bro, don't
we had
start the
cold.
excuse
No,
train.
Yes.
I'm not starting the excuse. I'm about to ask you guys a question, all right? Because over the last year, your fears have been massaged in terms of Jared Goff playing outdoors. This was a knock on him when he came here from L.A., while he was in L.A. the first couple years here. But last year, he performed really well on the road. He's performed pretty well on the road this year. But to Jeff's point, today was bad. So now, assuming we don't have that number 1 seed, I think that we can throw that out.
Yeah.
Right? If this team goes back to Philly, January, because this game felt like a January game. 16-9, I'd have thought there was 8 inches of snow on the ground. Right? So
Goff played like there was.
yeah. So this game happens again. We get a run back in January. NFC Championship game. How do you feel?
I feel like the Lions can win that game, but once again, you got to go out there and prove it. I'm not, and they already know. You can call me Slappy. I don't give a fuck. Like, I believe that this Lions team is different from teams in the past. I do believe that they are eye level with damn near every team in the league. So I'm always going to take the Lions in situations like that. However, Jared Goff has to find a way to make plays, like flat out. If you get the Goff that you got today in even colder weather with maybe snow on the ground in January, that's not a good proposition, bro. You have to find ways to execute, and they just did not do that today, although I feel like a lot of those plays were there to be made. They just didn't make them.
I got to read this one out loud.
Go ahead. Get shit off.
Jason Washier. Your city doesn't deserve Goff. And I'm going to fucking say it again. Your city doesn't deserve Goff. No, Jeff Walker, because you were all about this team last week. And you and Easy were both on the same ship, all about this team last week. And you get one bad game from your quarterback who has 4 interceptions through 10 games. All right? And you're ready to ship his ass off.
Yeah,
it's like we don't deserve dogs. We don't deserve Jared Goff if you're going to react like this when my man has 20-3 coming into the game. The number 1 completion percentage of quarterbacks over the last 3 years. I know some of y'all are young, okay, but I'll go back to Eric fucking Hipple, to Chuck Long. I can name quarterback after quarterback from Rodney Peete to Mike McMahon to all the losers we've had over the last 15 years. Jared Goff had a bad game in 40-degree weather. And yeah, we're not going to have that number 1 seed, so we might see him in it again. But I'm going to tell you right now, his guys are supposed to catch those passes on big third down completions. When he puts it right into their hand, are absolutely complicit, just like they were in the Minnesota game, just like they were in the Green Bay game. And I will say it one more time. Your city doesn't deserve Jared Goff. That's a dangerous statement that Lion fans need to listen to. Because in my entirety of time here in Detroit, we've only had one quarterback that can even compare, and y'all chased him out of town, Matt Stafford. Who the fuck are you going to go get to replace Jared Goff? I'll let you respond, chat.
I agree with most of that. But at the same time, we do have to be objective. So that's my only thing. I'm one of those people that can, once again, word of the day, compartmentalize. I know how to say Jared Goff has been one of the best quarterbacks, not only for the Lions, but just in terms of the league, he's been one of the best since he's been here. And this season, he is having a hell of a season. Last week, he put up 320 and 3 tutties with no picks, and we were singing his praises. But today, he just did not have it. And I can understand fans that get upset because you want him to make big plays and big moments. That's what he's being paid the big money for. That is what it's going to come down to in the playoffs. It's all about how many plays can you make. And there have been points that Jared Goff has not been able to make those plays. So a game like today that had some kind of significance in terms of regular season, you wanted to see him perform better. So I can't necessarily fault fans, but am I shipping him out of town? Hell no. Like, I'm not doing that.
Dimitri Pantazis. Wasn't even that cold out to wear fucking gloves. Now, listen. How do you guys
apparently,
feel about the gloves?
Philly 40 is different.
Gloves, man?
Goff 2 gloves. Come on, baby.
Hey, Philly 40 is different, apparently, man.
I was watching that all game in the chat. People wanted those gloves off, man.
Listen, stat-wise, all the stats will tell you Jared Goff is having an amazing season. Stat-wise, since he's been on the Lions majority of these seasons, they'll tell you he's been having a really good career with the Lions.
And it's the truth.
But Here is the thing, though. When the lights are on and they're bright, especially come playoff time, when you need your quarterback to step up and make the play, he has not done that.
And in the last 5 years, who has? Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. Name another quarterback in the last 5 years that has done what you're asking.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
so
it.
There's
Yep.
3. And one of those guys built this entire team. Am I wrong? Matt Stafford.
He did.
That trade. We look at the long list of 7, 8, 9 guys that are here because of Stafford.
Yeah.
And yes, we can point to those guys. We're talking about 3 quarterbacks out of 32.
And Jeff, I'm going to push back a little bit because we've only had 2 sample sizes of Goff in the playoffs with this Lions team. We saw him win 2 playoff games.
And another one without 22 defensive starters.
No, of course. And I wouldn't put the NFC Championship on Jared Goff. I felt like that playoff run was really good. But then when you look at what happened last year in a flash, he was really bad. Yeah. So, no, I can see your argument. I see where you're getting at.
And then
but
also in his career before that, he's also had some very questionable games with the Rams in the playoffs too.
But he also did make it.
There's a larger sample size.
It's the bowl.
So who are you going to go get?
Who
are you going to go get?
Listen, I'm not shipping Goff out of town.
All right.
I understand that there's no one that you can go get that is going to be better than Jared Goff right now.
Amen.
You don't have the luxury of having a top pick in the draft to go get one of those
That's what you need.
generational type players, so you're not going to be able to. But
would you rather have Daniel Jones?
No, but this team is going to have to
Would you rather have Sam Darnold?
Listen, it's okay for us as Detroit Lions fans to expect Jared Goff to play well.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that.
But it's not okay to expect them to play 17 games perfectly.
No.
And by no means was this anywhere near perfect.
But 2 things can be true.
Sure. But the big thing for me is looking at the field, all right? And we got the guy that we got. And in order to go and get one of those guys we're talking about 3 guys right now that have overcome to win Super Bowls in the last 5 years. Otherwise, who are you going to get? And how are you going to get him? Like he said, you need a top pick or you need a major trade. This team, where we are, where we're angling, like this is our guy. Guys.
No, for sure.
This is one bad week.
But ain't nobody going to put Goff's name up there with those names that you mentioned.
Yeah,
he's got to go take it.
Yeah.
He's got to go take it.
No
and
doubt.
this is where I would just caution the fan base. This is the regular season. I understand this loss does hurt you a little bit. But in terms of what this Lions team is and what they will accomplish, like you said, we all think that they are a playoff team. So we just got to take a breather, relax, realize that this Lions team's still pretty damn good. They still haven't lost back-to-back games in God knows how long. And eventually they will, but hopefully it won't be anytime soon. But I think that this team can rebound and get back on track. And to be honest, I think the biggest factor is health. I would much rather see this team healthy going forward, going into the playoffs, because at that point, if they don't execute, I can say, okay, at least they went out on, the full strength of the team, and now we know whether they can get it done or not. But until that day happens, I'm not really worried about this Lions team. They're going to be okay. It's just part of the game, guys. The Eagles get paid too. They're one of the better teams too, and they made more plays than you today, flat out.
Yeah, I agree here. I'm just trying to look through the chat here. Listen, guys, we are going to be taking calls very shortly here, so keep them coming in. Smash that like button. We're almost to 100. And keep those super chats coming in. There was a super chat or a chat here that I had seen that I lost at some point. Yeah, just breaking through here, guys. Get into that, into the phone calls here. Get the super chat in. And I know a lot of you guys don't like what I'm saying right now. And that's Lions fans. I mean, the majority of you guys are on and off the bandwagon from week to week. Somebody in here, I know what it was. They were talking about this Lions team being 2-3 over the last 5 and how they're not as good as we thought. What's the one thing that all these teams have had in common going from last year's Philly championship to the Mahomes championships, going back to Tom Brady? Right around this time of year, this team's cooked. They're not as good as we thought. And what you're seeing with the Lions right now is they literally just took play calling away from their offensive coordinator. They have two different offensive and defensive coordinators from last year. They are dealing with injuries. They didn't have 3 of their 4 starting secondary guys today. They will get healthier. They will continue to figure this out. But I kind of like what they're going through right now. All this team needs to do is make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I know that nobody wants to hear that because we were number 1 seed last year and y'all won 15 games. But what they're going through right now is an adjustment period while they've had a target on their back and one of the most difficult schedules in the NFL. So this is common ground for the champions that we've seen over the last 10 years is being expected, being one of the front runners, and having that target on your back and having to overcome that. What the Lions are going through this season, they've never gone through before.
Yeah, they're facing the most adversity that they've ever faced as a franchise, and it's par for the course. You knew this time was going to come in their trajectory. Nothing is linear, and I know for a while it was looking linear as fuck with this team, but they finally came back down to earth, with that playoff loss the last season, and now you're seeing this season they are a good team. We all know how good they are, but they are going through trials and tribulations right now. And listen, sometimes you're going to go through that. Nobody's going to apologize for you. A lot of the great teams go through this stuff. I mean, I can't tell you, look at the 49ers, how many times that they have had to battle out of injury situation or, just all types of craziness. The Ravens, you've seen it this year. Defense goes down. Lamar Jackson gets hurt. And they look lost, but now they looking like they on the way back. It's crazy the different ebbs and flows that you get over the course of an NFL season, but you got to be able to just weather the storm. This is why the Eagles, although they've looked putrid on offense for, most of the season,
they're not winning a Super Bowl.
They find ways to win games. Kansas City today struggled, with Denver, but you find ways to win football games. That's the name of the game at the end of the day.
Hey, Aaron Hammond, Super Chat, $5. Our defense was on their shit tonight, and stopping the tush push was amazing offense. Offense was terrible. I got to call somebody out here. I remain unimpressed. If that's your screen name, your life is going to be tough, dude. Because everything you're expecting to be shit, that's your mindset. I'm not coddling Goff, but the children in the chat that you guys that seek to blame shit, you seek to blame things in your whole life. I already know. That's what you guys do all the time at work, at home, in your relationships. And you have to put it on one person. You can't take any on yourself or anybody else around it. This isn't all on Jared Goff.
No, sir.
The coaching in this game was bad. He made the wrong calls. His gut was focused on a different game because his gut should have felt the fact that this was a field position defensive battle, and he took the wrong decisions on 4th and 3rd down over and over again. And then the offensive playmakers let Jared Goff down over and over and over again. If you want to just put this on Jared Goff, you probably just put all of your failures in life on one person all the fucking time. This thing is all over the Lions except for the defense. They're the only ones that showed up today, aside from a guy named Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's get into some phone calls.
J-Mo played a good game.
J-Mo had what, one big play?
He
had limited targets, 4 catches, 80
yards.
Yeah,
dog, come on, bro. We not doing that. J-Mo showed up, bro.
Obviously the extra point sucked, but at the end of the day, that wasn't doing anything for you. So,
and I get the Selly. Yes, he shouldn't have done the Selly, but we not doing that. J-Mo had a good game.
Yeah, no.
We get some phone calls coming in here. KG's going to go and handle those. We don't have a whole lot of time left because I know you guys got to get to bed. And honestly, nobody really wants to cut this game up that much longer. KG, do we have a phone number? Can somebody throw that phone number out?
Yeah, just give me a second. Hold on.
Yeah. Keep them coming in the super chat. We got 109 likes, 600 of you watching live. Please put that love in the like there. Smash it for us. Get your comments in. Next week, while we wait for the phone to come up, the Giants will have Maz down at second best for that pregame show. He's in Tennessee right now on the field for the Titans. And then
Is it 248-530-1321?
No, 313-552-6322.
313-552
6322.
6322. I'm going to put that in the chat, and then Justin will get it in there as well.
I'll let you know when I got some.
Before we open it up to the phone calls here, are either of you worried about the Giants game?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, come
Not
on,
at
bro.
all. I mean, they
on
stretched Green Bay today, but I think Green Bay's overrated.
Bro, they on a third backup quarterback, and I love Jameis Winston.
KG,
you know
can I
that.
use your earbuds?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love Jameis Winston. You know that, but come on, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You expect the Lions to beat them.
Michael Sachs, the last pass interference was horrible. In fact, you actually heard Chris Collinsworth get pretty upset about it. To me, when you're trying to make money as an entertainment company, how you can be happy with your refs after not only a bad call, but a call that ends a game that could have really kept the audience maybe even into overtime. I don't get that. Goff wasn't good in the second half more than the first half. Everyone is fixable, and we'll keep getting guys back to MNYKK. I agree with that one. Yeah, that last pass interference was garbage call from Bimpy. You don't even know the number. Woodward is such a joke. We love you too, Honolulu Blue 32. Listen, got to get that phone number out there, and sometimes it changes. To say not all of you is just goofy, man. We are not that good. Giants can beat us. Absolutely, they can beat us. If they get Jackson Dart back, Jackson Dart has been a quarterback that has kept the Giants in basically every single game that they've played. Jameis was able to do that again today. Had a chance to throw a 50-yard Hail Mary to maybe win the game at the end, but Micah Parsons was able to get home with his first sack in a long, long time. Donna O, the $4.99 Super Chat. Thanks for still hanging out, guys. This was heartbreaking. I felt like we had a chance every time the defense showed up, and it went poof. Yeah, honestly, the defense just got shut down and stop after stop, and I think every Lions fan expected Jared Goff and Dan Campbell and the rest of the offense to figure things out and get the ball over the line to be able to get that game tight. Didn't happen. How are we looking at with those calls over there, KG?
Yeah, just give me a second. Program's low and slow.
All right, well, now that I'm up here, I do think, some of the Goff, I'm going to just say hate because I don't know the better word because let's slander. Let's go slander. The Jared Goff slander that's being peddled in the chat. I know some of it's trolling, but I can't rock with you. I know that you're Goff this season. You could argue is not playing like a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. I think that he's sitting probably more on the 8 to like that. Last year was coming off top 4 in every statistical category season. This year, not. And we know why. Like it's the offensive line. The offensive line is why this offense is struggling to find their timing, find their rhythm that we know so well. Last year, the everything was just so smooth. Everything was so wide open. It would be so hard to get this team to look like how they did tonight. It's really a shame because the Frank Ragnow retirement obviously is
Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen,
okay.
Herbert, Stafford, Drake May. There's 5. Jalen Hurts 6. Are you putting Bo Nix over Jared Goff?
Probably not.
Are you putting Dak Prescott over him? Daniel Jones?
You forgot one.
Caleb?
You forgot one.
Who?
Matthew Stafford.
I already said Matthew.
Oh, you did?
I did. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Herbert, Stafford, Drake May. There's your top 5. Jalen Hurts 6. So what I'm talking about, Lions fans, is a memory of a lot of decades where we never had anybody here, okay? And you look around the league, and yes, there are better quarterbacks than Jared Goff, but there's 20-plus quarterbacks that are not as good as him.
I don't know. I just if the game plan isn't there, we're cooked, and that's how it's always been. That's how it's always been.
So now you're blaming Dan Campbell.
Nope.
Because you just said that if the game plan isn't there.
Yeah, if we can't execute our base.
Okay, so the game plan was there, we just didn't execute it.
When it's not in rhythm.
Yes.
When it's not in rhythm.
Thank you.
That's what he means by
and so
that.
that rhythm wasn't disrupted by all the drops, right?
I mean, it could be disrupted by all the inaccurate throws. Like,
the
throws that's hitting the
throws on
dirt.
third down where it hit his hands and it would have been a third down conversion,
Anthony.
which they struggled to get all game. They
you-
had no third down. They had one third down conversion all game. He had 4 drops on third down, guys.
What about Goff? Brock Wright, wide open.
No, he missed that.
What about
That's
the
the
throws
little-
that hit the turf right in front of?
Oh, certainly. There was plenty of those. Saw a bunch of those from Jalen Hurts today, too.
Yeah, but the difference is
he had 90 yards rushing.
The difference is Jalen Hurts was spotted a 6-point lead off of a missed punt fake and then an interception off of a tip, guys. So when you're looking at the execution versus the game plan versus the other 10 guys out there that needed to make things happen, I can't get on board with Jared Goff being the only guy that didn't show up. I thought our coach did not show up. Amon-Ra and St. Brown didn't show up today.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that the play calling wasn't there.
Shout out Sun Cruz over there.
There were no. It's tough for me to put headphones in my ears.
I know those are hard.
But the play calling
Earphones are hard.
was not there. Like, I don't know. Goff missed so. Jeff, you saw what I saw.
I see what you
we're
saw.
missing screen passes at points. Okay,
Listen,
like I'm not asking for the world. We're missing crossers and we're missing screen passes. It's the fundamental playing of the quarterback position.
And this is what I'll say. Jared Goff doesn't have the luxury to miss those type of throws like a Jalen Hurts or like other quarterbacks that can.
Why?
Because
they have more offensive weapons in Philly?
No, because
Jalen Hurts can evaporate a third and long on a QB draw like he did twice, which were absolute backbreakers on this Lions defense.
I think that you guys are unwilling to hold anybody accountable on this team, and most Lions fans are. Lions
we can't hold Jared Goff accountable.
I just said the offensive line wasn't good enough.
Only hold him capable.
No, I just said the offensive line wasn't good enough. I said that Amon-Ra St. Brown had a couple drops, but most of his
but this is all on
missed
Goff.
targets were on Goff. Yeah, when he's throwing behind Amon-Ra St. Brown, which Amon-Ra St. Brown's hurt, by the way. You see, something is not right with Amon-Ra. He does not have the motion that he usually has. But at the end of the day, there was just multiple times where, and then on the sack, he just shriveled up. He didn't even get hit. He just fell down. And, I don't know. What do you want from me? He just fell down. Critical down and distance, fourth quarter. He gets sacked, doesn't even get touched. Falls down. Easy's crashing down on the broadcast.
We as Detroit fans have seen our previous quarterback literally give his body on the line. We see other quarterbacks around the league put their body on the line to fight for a first down.
Here?
Talent-wise? Absolutely.
Execution-wise?
Execution-wise? Absolutely. Ooh, his team around him, the people around him, the owner at the time and the coaching, all of that stuff, it was just in disarray. If you put Matthew Stafford on this team, it's a Super Bowl team.
But you can't put him on this team because you wouldn't have the other 8 guys.
But we're okay with that. Here. But I'm just saying, Jared Goff, you lie down and just accept defeat, and that sack was. I
thought so many people
just lied down and took it.
So many guys played bad on the offense today. Our coach was terrible, and our quarterback was terrible. But all you guys want to talk about is Jared Goff. Everybody else gets a free pass in this town.
I think terrible is strong for Dan Campbell's performance today. I wouldn't say terrible.
I think he was really bad today.
There were some moments that you
I think
question.
Dan Campbell was really bad today.
Yeah, I wouldn't say terrible. But we're going to try something with the phones. I'm going to just put the call through. I'll say the last 4 of your phone number, and hopefully they'll get on air. Because, I can't have trouble filling them right now. So
let's field the first one.
So 2615, you are on the post-game show. What's up?
What up, y'all?
This
is Salty, man. I know y'all hate to hear my name.
What up, Salty?
What's up, Salty? I'm happy to hear from you.
I've been watching the Lions for What's cracking, boys? Hey, I've been watching the Lions for 30 years, boys. Okay, get used to it. Now I'm gonna tell you something. It's not all on Goff. Okay, this loss and how this team looks is not all Goff's fault, but he looks trash. Okay, and here's the reason why people are blaming him, because everyone, including this network, chanted Jared Goff, including Stick, including everybody wants to keep their job up there and rub Stick the right way. Y'all chant Goff. Y'all chanted him like he won 2 playoff games. That's great. He's a great regular season quarterback. He has great yards. He has great completions. But there's no way a number 1 draft pick in 40-degree weather should be out there looking like that, dog. I don't care who you got. A number 1 draft pick in 40-degree weather needs a turtleneck and 2 gloves and Carhartt socks on, and he's throwing ducks. I understand. So it's 40-mile-an-hour winds, dude. I get it. The dude can't move. I get it. Everything needs to be perfect around him. Now, I will say this. I told y'all this 3 years ago. McVay said it. Other coaches, other prominent coaches said it. They said, you know what? We made a mistake. We're going to move on. We're going to get somebody else. We're going to win a championship. And they did. And we as the Detroit Lions stepped up and said, you know what? We can take your reject and we can win with him. No, we can't, bro. No, we cannot. He is a great regular season quarterback. Congratulations. Did Dan Marino win any championships? I don't think so.
Great call.
Did he see a Super Bowl? I don't think so.
Great call.
It ain't going to happen, brother. I'm telling you right now. Now, here's the kicker. I'm not going to just blame Goff. I'm also going to reach up the ladder, and I'm going to touch on Brad Holmes. And I know everybody's scared to touch on Brad Holmes because he drafted Amon-Ra, he drafted Panay. But let me tell you something. When you trade 3 third-round picks for a dude that played gunner on special teams, brother, and other teams around the league are trading their third-round picks to help their team this year to win Super Bowls, that's what a GM does, brother. And your offensive line looks like that. You got rookies coming out. You got dudes from third world countries coming in the game to play left guard because dude got injured. Like, what are we doing, brother? We're not in the luxury to trade third-round picks, man. We're not. And if we are, then we need to trade them for proven veterans to help us on the field, not some practice squad guy we're going to build up in our you know what I mean? I'm over it, brother. But I will tell you this. They got a chance. They got a chance still. The season's not over. We can still beat the Bears and all that hoorah. But when it comes to the playoffs and you're in January football and you got to go back to Philly, Goff ain't going to get it done. And he just showed you that today. So
what do you think about that, Justin?
Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I love y'all.
No, shout out.
Salty.
Great call. Great call, Salty.
Salty, thank you so much for calling. That was a
too,
great
Salty.
call, man. You're absolutely right. I mean, you spent all that capital on Isaac Tesla, and you just watched Jalen Phillips put tons of pressure on Jared Goff, solidify that Eagles defensive line that was struggling to put pressure on the quarterback all season until they made that move. Since then, you're seeing the product right there on the field. They made Goff uncomfortable all day because the worst thing for an immobile quarterback to have is pressure up the middle, and they were always getting that with Davis and
Jalen Carter.
Thank you. I'm a little too stoned. And Carter. But now they get it on the edge as well.
Shout out
with
Mad
Jalen
Packs.
Phillips. And, yeah, Brad Holmes, I was saying it. Brad Holmes is not above reproach, especially when you're trying to compare him to guys like Howie Roseman who've been there, who've done that, who have made the moves to go win a Super Bowl.
No, I mean he crushed that call.
Yeah.
Honestly, he
Shout out
crushed
to
that call.
Salty. That was a very, very sophisticated
Salty
opinion
need
with
to
a
call
lot of
more,
layers to it. Very thought out, very great.
Salty been around for a while, supporting for a while. My question for you guys is this: because they obviously love Jared Goff, the administration, the coaches, Brad. At this point, what does it take for this team to move away from him? Is it falling short this year of the Super Bowl? Because I got to be honest with you guys. Like, I know Jared Goff has shortcomings. I also know he's a top 10 quarterback in the league, and those don't grow on trees. But at a certain point, you have to just accept the fact that Dan and Brad are in love with this kid. The city is in love with this kid. And what I got to tell you, what I got to tell you though is, listen, divorces are messy.
We shipped him off.
The city loved a lot of people. The city loved Andre Drummond. The city loved a lot of people around here. It's okay.
It's not really okay though, because what happens is
sometimes
after,
you got to go through a little bit of heartbreak.
Hold on, Jeff. What fucking happened after Joe Dumars left? 20 years or 15 years of nothing, okay? When you get this guy out of town, the likelihood of you replacing him with a top 7 quarterback is very slim, okay? So be careful what you wish for. The divorce from Jared Goff doesn't lead to a number 1 pick. The divorce from Jared Goff doesn't lead to landing the next Indiana Jones coming off of a terrible team and being great. This is a guy that's celebrated from concerts to soccer games to Pistons games. They're chanting 16's name, okay? So be careful what you wish for in that divorce. And I know you can say that the divorce with Andre Drummond, who never won shit here, wasn't bad. I mean, you can talk about the divorces with other guys here that weren't bad, but listen, Joe Dumars doesn't set foot in this city. And we saw 15-plus years of not even mediocrity, okay?
Yeah.
So when you ship off Jared Goff, A, what is it? What's the catalyst that drives Dan and Brad to do that, okay? I don't think it's missing the Super Bowl this year, but you miss the Super Bowl this year and next year, he's probably gone, right?
It gets to a point, right? It gets to a point.
Your QB situation could be a lot worse than Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And I know you brought up Andre Drummond and you said he didn't win shit, which is correct, but
not even a playoff game.
I understand that, but but he did get to a playoff. But understand, Jared Goff did get those 2 playoff wins, and that was some of the best moments we ever had as Lions fans. We should have had those wins years before Jared Goff ever stepped foot in this fucking building. So now that we got the pleasantries out the way, which is winning the NFC North for the first time in 30 years, winning a playoff game, getting a home playoff game. Now that we done checked those off the list, Jared Goff is in that company of quarterbacks.
He's in Michigan Hall of Fame company, bro.
No, listen.
You got to understand that. Whether it's a good resume or not, he's done things that nobody else has done.
Understandable. You ain't going to get no... I'm a big Jared Goff supporter. You ain't going to get no argument from me there. But at the same time, I love when Neil says this. He's in a group of a few quarterbacks in this league that have only one thing yet to prove. And that is to get to January, get to February, and then win that Super Bowl. He is in that company. And he's even had the pleasure of being there. That's more than a lot of those superstar quarterbacks can say. But until you get that done, I can't fault the people that call and say these things. They are technically right at the end of the day. That's all.
Look, I'm not saying that, Goff is horrible or that, we should be getting rid of him this year, next year. But it does get to a point to where if he is not going to, be the guy that leads this team to a Super Bowl, then 1 year from now, 2 years from now, are you going to continue paying $55 million a year when you have a lot of other players you're going to have to re-sign and he's not getting the job done and doing what you want to do? The end goal every season is to win the Super Bowl. And
this gets harder every year that you don't get it.
Exactly. Yeah, because now look at now we're going through a situation to where now we're going to have to pay Sam Laporta. We got to pay Brian Branch. We're just paying Hutch. We're paying Amon-Ra. We're paying J-Mo. At some point, that money will run out.
That's a fact. You were trying to get this thing done while it was still the honeymoon phase of this Lions team. And, they're winning again. Or for the first time ever in my lifetime, they're winning. But now you're getting into that point where they've been good for a while. What comes after that?
Now that all right, hold on. Now that Anson's gone and we're not pushing this quarterback conversation. Can we go to the next caller, please?
No, absolutely. 7072. 7072. You on the postgame show?
Welcome to Woodward Postgame Show, man.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Who's this, my man?
All right, man, I got a few things to say real quick.
Hey, real quick, what's your name?
I'm about to put it all in perspective.
Real quick, what's your name?
My name DB.
DD? All right.
DB from P-Rock.
Got it.
DB, the boss.
Oh, BB.
All right. So check it. So look, we got this the issue is right here. Dan Campbell, I want y'all to know why I'm mad at Dan Campbell for this game. Because there was a lack of sweeps, left, right, outside, runs, right? Y'all. I understand when y'all run through the middle, you get positives here and there and there and here, right? Certain teams you can run through the middle. Certain teams you need to run to the outside to let that speed work, right? So y'all shipping gives through the middle every time. right? So there's no fixing it. You know what I'm saying? They don't fix it, and then you see a couple of sweeps at the end of the game. So how all this connects with golf per se, right? You know the line had issues, right? But the reason golf is involved is because without perfection on every eye, I'm talking about as far as your line, as far as the play calling, as far as being able to handle blitzes and take hits and be able to move on from them hits instead of holding it and being scary the rest of the game, letting the hit take you out the game, right? So if it's not perfection on all odds, which it wasn't today, then golf he's a normal quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard for golf to finish without perfection. Now, I'm gonna run this by you. Golf did win some last year. He did. He won the Pro Bowl, the accuracy Pro Bowl after he did 3 interceptions in the goddamn. Let me talk to him. Right?
Go ahead, bro.
So he won something. He got him a trophy, but he didn't get the trophy, right?
Right.
So this is where we conflict with golf, because being in these certain situations that you're going to almost always be in the playoffs, you need somebody to be able to exert different things, right? To put you ahead. The thing is, you got Brady, you got Kurt Warner, you got Peyton Manning. These people didn't have, they wasn't running around no field. What made them great is because they were smart, right? They studied the game. They studied plays. They studied players. This is what they did to upgrade their game. And to be able to step to that line and be able to switch the calls depending on what they see. I don't see this from golf. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. If you can't run like Mike Vick or Jalen Hurts and things like that, you have to be able to do something. Either think ahead, bam, switch the play up, make a move. You have to be a creator some type of way. And I don't see it. I just don't see the creation. I see if they call in perfect plays, I see golf can make it happen.
Yeah,
of course.
It didn't seem like
he got that.
Yeah,
And he has to be able to finish.
It didn't seem like he had a
Yeah,
lot of
sorry,
adjustments
brother.
today.
Got to take another one. Appreciate
It
it.
didn't seem like he adjusted a lot today, like we've seen him in the past.
He's been struggling without Frank Ragnow.
Yeah,
and he used to did a great job calling out protections.
That's
he was
the thing.
The ability to take on the nose tackle one-on-one. Obviously, you don't have that benefit anymore because he's not there, and you have to lean on the trusty gray bushes Spenny likes to call with Graham Glasnow, who's got ran over today for the most part. It's just a tough situation, that interior offensive line. KG, who else we got?
Yeah, real quick, we're not taking a ton more. If you get through, I'm going to just put you on hold, so don't be surprised if you just on hold. Next one is 7141. 7141, you are on the post-game show.
Who we talking to?
All right.
How we doing tonight, guys?
Hey, how's it going? Who's this?
This is Unimpressed. How we doing tonight, guys?
Unimpressed? All right, what's good, man?
Oh, there he is.
This is Unimpressed.
So are you unimpressed by most things in your life or just
What's
the
good,
Lions?
guys? How we doing tonight?
Good, man. Are
Hey,
you
good,
unimpressed with
chilling.
most things in your life or just the Lions?
Well, I help people. Do we want? Okay. Well, first off, I live a pretty great life, but I'm unimpressed with a lot of things, like the way the country is, a lot of things, but it doesn't matter.
All
so
right.
tonight, I just want to speak about what I see in the Lions, right?
Okay.
Last year, we won 15 games. We were touted as a playoff team coming into this year. Anson, you listed a lot of the bad teams that the Bears beat this year, right? But we beat the Panthers,
Yeah,
the
our
Texans,
schedule of wins
the Falcons,
isn't particularly
and
impressive.
the Raiders last year.
For sure.
So we got a bunch of BS wins as well. Right? So this year they're getting.
Yeah, but
those
we didn't
BS
win our
What we
BS wins
got
by
this year
30.
is a harder
But
schedule
we didn't
to
win
go
our
out there and
BS
prove
wins. Hold
with
on,
that
hold
talent.
on, hold on. We didn't win our BS wins by 3. We won them by 30.
He must got
Cool.
it
Still
delayed.
BS wins. Am I allowed to finish though?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
go
I'm
ahead,
just
man. Yeah,
just
let
putting
him
you on
get it.
pause. You
All
here?
right,
my
You're
thought
still here.
process is we have a top 10 offense. So we have a top 10 offense, and we lose our O-line coming into the season. Last year, we got on this defense heavy because it didn't perform. It was bad. It got banged up. We lost in the playoffs. We said it's because of the defense, not Jared Goff. So coming into the year, my expectation with the same great offense, we might have lost a piece or two, but we didn't lose anything that was really centrifugal to the offense. You come through the season, and I expect this offense to be going on all 10 every game. And today it wasn't that. We scored 9 points. And for you to sit here and want to say people aren't being held accountable, first of all, the first person to touch the ball is the quarterback. He gets it to the receivers. He gets it to the running backs. He calls plays, and he facilitates your team. If you don't want to say that and accept that, then that's on you. But don't sit on here with low integrity and BS me about what this team is supposed to look like.
Wait. Calm down. Why are you so mad? Wait a second. Unimpressed. Calm down. We're not cutting you off. Calm down, all right? First and foremost, I'm saying that Jared Goff absolutely is accountable for this game, all right? But everybody just wanting to focus on Jared Goff is missing the bigger picture. A lot of people lost this game for the Lions today, not named Jared Goff.
And delay.
I think he's
I'm
still
going
with
to
us.
disagree with you because, as I said earlier, we have all the skill position guys on the team. There's not a single skill position that we do not have. All we're missing is the solid offensive line. So we're asking you as our quarterback to be capable to get the ball to the skill position guy. And multiple times he didn't do that. And if I'm not hearing that, then I'm not hearing the right words.
You didn't think they got it to him and they dropped it sometimes? I mean, like, to me, at this point, like,
I think Goff threw a lot of terrible passes.
He definitely threw plenty of terrible passes.
There were more bad throws than there were drops.
But there was some bad drops. There was some bad calls from our quarterback. Outside of our defense and Jahmyr Gibbs, I felt like this was a team loss. Like, they were in a position to be able to make a play, and as a team, aside from the defense, nobody came together.
I definitely don't want to put this on the defense.
No, it's not at all. They're the only ones that made plays today.
Now,
them and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here's the thing, because I see them, people in the chat saying, you got, Lamar Jackson, who's never won a Super Bowl, Josh Allen, who never won a Super Bowl. You got to understand, those guys are going against arguably the second greatest quarterback of all time, behind Tom Brady right now and Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, yeah, they have struggled to make the Super Bowl because they're playing behind the second greatest quarterback of all time and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but I promise you, in Baltimore, in Buffalo, they love their quarterbacks, but they're also wondering whether they are the one that can take them there. And I promise you, even though it seems crazy because we'd love to have Lamar or Josh Allen here, I guarantee you there are fans that are asking for the Kyle Allen and for them to move on and to make moves. No, I promise you.
We can joke about that.
You think that in Buffalo they're not calling, some people aren't calling for Josh Allen's head after he loses a game?
You just said Kyle Allen.
No, yeah,
we can joke about Kyle Allen, but
we don't really acknowledge those fans because you don't.
But that's every city, man. Like, you have a bad game, everybody's trying to sling up your quarterback, and they want somebody new.
Yeah.
The fact is he came in 20-3 today, one of the top quarterbacks over the last 3 years, and he had a damn bad day. I don't get how you guys can get so focused on a guy when there was so many other players that played so poorly for the Lions today. The offensive line was not good.
Did anyone play worse than Jared Goff?
No.
I would say no.
Okay. All right. Oh, you guys, you got your win.
No, Anson, say the word.
You got your fucking win.
Say the word.
No, I'm talking about you guys small ass shit needing to blame one fucking person instead of looking at the 22 people that were out there.
It was a collaborative
By the way,
effort, but he was at the top
I have
of the
blamed
list.
the offensive line. I have blamed Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I just
you guys
Goff
was the worst today.
Are
you happy? Are we good? Are we good? Can we move forward?
Your quarterback can't be the worst player on the
And
field.
how many times this year has Jared Goff been the worst player on the field?
I've literally been trying to move off this quarterback conversation for 15 minutes now.
Hold on, we got another caller.
Yes, we do. We got a few.
They keep bringing us back.
Yep, 5544.
Hang up on the next person that says some stupid shit about the quarterback.
Right.
Let's hear something good about the defense. All
Once
right?
again, if you call it in, I'm putting you right on hold, so just hold the line. But 5544, you are on the postgame show.
I might know this guy.
Great.
5544 going once. There it is.
Yo. Hey, who's
Hello,
this?
do you hear me?
Yeah, we
what's
can
your
hear
name,
you.
man?
What's good, man?
Can you hear me?
What's your name?
This C.
Say what?
Oh man, I'm C Graves from D. Dot Transportation, Local 66. What up, though?
What up,
Hey,
Graves?
what up, what
How
up?
you doing, man?
Hello?
Yeah, we're
yeah, we
here.
can hear
Keep
you, dog.
talking, brother.
Yeah, this Graves from D. Dot.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Okay, man. Well, I'm gonna say this: golf, it's not golf ain't gonna get us where we need to go. Golf is a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I can't lie. I was happy that we
Right
was
when
able
I
to get
thought
him,
I was out,
but
they
it's just
pulled me
certain
back
things he got
in.
limitations, like y'all say. Yeah, he got limitations, but he's a good quarterback. But he got limitations.
Who do you want
And
instead,
therefore,
C.
the
Graves?
coach- who lost the game was really our it was. I say that was Dan, man. He put our defense in a hell of a position as far as going forward and not kicking that ball a couple times to pin them down, because I couldn't see the Philly offense going 80 yards down the field. And our defense hung in there and kept one to a field goal, and I think they another one they didn't even score. They had to punt the ball.
C.
And
Graves,
they had
C.
good
Graves, let
field
me ask you a
position.
question.
So,
Let me ask you a question, bro.
With that being
let me
said,
ask you a question.
yeah.
Who do you want? You want a different quarterback here? You want a different quarterback in Detroit or what, man? Let's get to the root of it, man. Come on. You want a different quarterback? Who you want?
Well, you know what? I'm about to tell you right now, and it might surprise you. And we can get them for the lows too. I believe if you put Kyle Murray on this team.
Hang up right now. He goes. He goes.
No! I don't want that cod playing motherfucker on this team, bro. Dude doesn't even give a shit about football. Bro, what are we talking about right now?
C. Graves, I'm going to give you a chance to rebut before I got to hang up on you. I rock with you, though. I rock with you, not too. All right, go ahead.
I'm saying what's left. What I'm saying is, listen to me. You give him a nice line where you get what I'm saying? You don't have to have that perfect line with Kyle like you got to with we never gonna have that perfect line that Goff needs. And then not only that, you got then they call it no wham blocks, no double screens. And to tell you the truth, Goff can't get the ball down to J-Mo. If y'all want to talk about quarterbacking, ain't nobody scared of the Lions getting behind their defense. Nobody. Y'all got to really pay attention. Ain't nobody scared of any Lions player getting behind them.
C. Graves.
Whatever in front of them.
C. Graves.
We need somebody with an arm that can throw a deep ball.
C. Graves. What are you giving up to get Kyler Murray?
I'm empowering these people, bro.
What are you giving up to get Kyler?
I tell you what. Hey, hold on. If we ain't giving up. We ain't even got to give him nothing. Arizona about to get rid of him, so we can pick him up and we can still keep Goff. But I'm saying,
back up.
We could trade Goff next year to somebody else like Miami. You know. Hey, and get some nice
I gotta let you go. C. Graves,
I'm sorry. I cannot empower any of this shit, bro. Anson, what are you doing to me, man? I have to sit here and listen to Kyler Murray. This dude cares more about COD than he does a football game.
Call of Duty.
This is crazy.
Wait. Is he a Fortnite guy? I thought he was a Fortnite guy.
All right. Come on. Hey, let's be serious. Let's be serious.
Yeah, it's almost one. So one more caller.
Bro.
You take one more.
Hey,
Who you got on there?
Let's get something about the defense. Let's hear something about the
defense. All right, this is gonna be one
right?
of our last, maybe 2 callers max. But we got 1771.
Hold on, one more thing. Let's get a quarterback who has literally never won a significant game in his entire NFL career to come quarterback the team that's ready to win a Super Bowl.
All right.
Over a guy who's been to a Super Bowl. Okay.
All right, Justin.
You got
All right,
you got
Sean.
5596 in there. Get to that one if you do.
You said 5596. Yeah, they hung up. They
did?
were in there. They hung
okay.
up. Yeah, I was gonna go to that one next, but
Ryan, you were up next, bro.
Hey, but call it back. I'll take that one priority. 1771. You are on the post game show. 1771. State your name.
Yo, what up, Woodward?
What up?
What up? What's your name?
All right, yo, what's up? My name's Latrell from PA. All right, look, I ain't even going to dig in on golf. I don't really put that much on golf today. Defense played great. I'm really looking at Brad Holmes right now. I'm more pissed off at him because the O-line looked like shit today.
Yep.
I'm going to be completely honest. The O-line looked like shit. And what's it called? He knew damn well we needed somebody to take Taylor Decker's place for real. Like, when he got hurt, he didn't make a move. We had no fucking pressure on Jalen Hurts for real. Like, shit's bad out here. It's really bad right now. It's like, I don't know. Golf, he needs a good O-line to really, like, get his shit off. But I can't really – Golf didn't play too bad. Yeah, he missed a couple passes, but I really can't put this all on him. I don't know why a lot of the Lions fans right now is really starting to switch on Golf like this when Golf just had us winning for the past 2 to 3 years. It looked good. Like, I don't get it. Dan Campbell, bad play calling. No, I can't really put it on the play calling, but bad timeout management. It's a lot of blame to go around. Like, I don't know, man.
Are you worried?
Like,
Are you worried about this team? Bad. Are you worried about this team or no?
I am, but I still got hope. Like, I got a little bit of hope. It's just like, but the good teams, but the good teams though, they haven't shown us nothing. Outside of the Buccaneers, they haven't shown us nothing. It seems like we keep
outside of the fact that you've lost to two of the biggest contenders in the NFC. I mean, outside of that, yeah. I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, we just lost to the Eagles, who are the number 2 seed. We lost to the Packers, who are ahead of us in the division currently. We're now 3rd in the division. And then we go out to LA in a couple weeks. I mean,
and have to face the Bears at the end of the season.
All right, look.
Right now they are atop of the NFC North.
See, look, the crazy part about it, right? With this loss, they should just put us out the playoffs, and the Bears is ahead of us. And I know damn well for sure if we see the Bears completely, like right now, I know we can blow them out again.
No doubt.
They're cute, man.
No doubt.
And they're so cute.
The Packers, and then like with the Packers, I think we get our look back with the Packers, but
absolutely. But
between these injuries and then St. Brown, I don't know what's going on with him. He's been off lately. He's been dropping the ball lately. That's not uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah. Seems like he might be a little banged up.
He might be dealing with some with his wrist or something with his hand. It seems to have been bothering him.
All right, we appreciate it, brother. We got to take these last
Charles.
couple calls.
I think we got one or two more final calls here.
Yep, appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man. Especially for not saying some bullshit like Kyler Murray.
All right, last 2 calls. We'll get 5194 out the way really quick so we can take your man's last.
Who you calling, or what's your name, and where you calling from?
I'm Miguel from New Mexico, man.
Hey, shout out Miguel, man.
Thanks for listening.
Mucho gusto, Miguel.
So, first off, I just want to say, why are we going away from starting Monty instead of Gibbs? I know Gibbs is like the, number 1 back, whatever, but I feel like last year, whenever we started Monty, it kind of set the tone, you know what I mean? Like, getting those nice inside runs and getting the defense to, like, crash a little bit more. That's what opens up the screen plays and, like, outside plays to, like, St. Brown and stuff like that.
I just
feel like we should be using Monty a lot more. Like, why are we not using him as much? I feel like it would definitely help our offense out more. I know the offensive line hasn't been up to par as we're used to, but you can't really expect that, especially after Ragnow retiring. I feel like the defense is doing everything they need to do right now. Like, as far as winning football games, that defense is, you can't really say much about them, especially with all the injuries we got. I feel like once we get TA back and Kirby Joseph, this defense is going to just go to a different level. But I'm just more concerned about the play calling, honestly. They should be using Monty a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. I missed the balance that the running game had last year and early on in this season. I'm going to ask you one last question before we let you go. Are you worried about this team?
I wouldn't say I'm worried, but I feel like our path to the Super Bowl is definitely a lot. It's going to depend on other teams losing.
Cloudy.
Like, if we have to go to Philly again in January, I don't know about that one, man. I mean, I still have faith in this team. I wouldn't say Jared Goff is. I'm not too worried about him yet, just because of the offensive line and stuff. But if we keep playing like how we played today, we're definitely not going to be in a Super Bowl. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I think we all agree, and we appreciate the call.
Appreciate it, Miguel.
Line up this one final call here. Guys, smash that like button. Get your super chats in. We are on our final call, and we're going to wrap things up here on the Woodward Lions post-game show. We've got one more call. Is this Ryan?
This is.
What's up, Ryan? How are
you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. My
I'm good,
friend
man.
from the
How
east
are you?
side. Good, brother. How are you feeling about your Lions?
Long-time friend, first-time caller.
Hey, shout out.
Listen, the one thing that drives me nuts about this team is I feel like this team is so arrogant for a team that's not won anything. You know, I see your guys' socials earlier. You're posting St. Brown and Gibbs practicing their touchdown dances in pregame. St. Brown had more drops than he did touchdown dances tonight. And then you got J-Mo, the guy can't stop humping things. Like, come on. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. You are not
okay,
wrong.
And then I definitely feel like St. Brown's going to get on his podcast this week with his brother Equanimous St. Clair III and going to say that, and they're going to say that, oh, well, the Eagles aren't the better team, you know?
You crushing it.
I mean, I had a bunch of other things to say, but like other callers kind of covered them. So I was going to say the one thing that nobody did, and like I feel like this is the most arrogant team in history for a team that's never won anything.
You know, Ryan, honestly, I've got a good buddy that he feels the same way about Brad. And Brad Holmes, one of the callers alluded to it. This guy's willing to throw out 3 third-round picks in April, but he's not willing to throw one out in October, November, when we really could have used a guy on the edge like they had in Philly that they were able to trade for. So I think that there is a level of arrogance that this team has, but at the same time, if you want to do what the Lions are trying to do, you got to be confident. You got to be borderline arrogant.
I mean, I'm a Lions ride or die. But then, again, like you just said, with the Brad Holmes thing, I like to say we like our guys, quote, unquote, in the SpongeBob font.
So, wait, what was that? What was it? Equanimous St. Clair the Third?
Equanimous St. Clair the Third.
I love it.
King of whatever country he's from, you know?
Hey, Ryan, we appreciate the call. Shout out to our boy, Dan Trundle, a vet, a Air Force vet who is in Philly right now. We appreciate your service, and Ryan, we appreciate you. You have been following us for some time now. First time caller, appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro.
First time caller,
Appreciate
long time listener.
That's right. Appreciate Jeff Walker making us look good. My partner KG making us look and sound good, and deflecting all the love while I get all the hate. My man Justin, appreciate you as well. And my name is Anson Wells. Big shout out to.
I'll be on the morning show.
Yes, you will.
I dare you to bring up Kyler Murray tomorrow morning. I
my God.
dare.
I might call and bring it up myself.
I dare you.
And shout out to my dog, man. But yeah.
Bro, me and KG are gonna be sleep deprived tomorrow morning. Don't play.
Yeah, no.
Me and KG going for all the smoke tomorrow.
That's right. Shout out to our sponsors, Planet Fitness, Ben Johnson, Sun Cruiser. They've been crushing it. Before we get out of here, I'm giving my prediction: 33-23 Lions over the Giants. Justin, where are you at?
You think the Giants are gonna score 23 points? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't even want to do no score.
They get Jackson Dart back, baby.
All right.
Even if they do.
31-17.
Okay. KG?
Way too early.
Actually, no, it's way too many points. This Giants D-line is really good, especially with how our line's playing. Let's go 24-17.
Okay.
Let me get 28-13.
28-13. I like that one too. Jeff, final word?
I don't even want to do a damn score prediction.
Give me Lions 31 to Giants 10.
Ooh, big blowout. The
This
revenge game.
This defense played good this week. I expect them to double it down next week as they get some more bodies back. TA is going to be back. I have a feeling TA is going to be back for next week for sure.
Kirby's got to be back soon here, too.
Yeah. We are going to be getting healthy soon, and we will be back in the morning. Shout out to the watch party, the heavies, the pregame show, everybody here on the postgame team. Join us tomorrow morning. My man, Justin, will be in the chair for Sean Baligan in the morning. We'll be touching on the Lions all day long. And next weekend, Sunday, we will be downtown, second best for the pregame show, and following up with the watch party and the postgame show at Gillies on Woodward next to the iconic and historic Blue nightclub. I'm Anson, KG.
And it's right next to Buddy's Pizza, too.
Justin, and of course, Jeff. We all got big love for you guys. Sleep well. We'll be getting a W next week.
I won't be.
See you in the morning.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Hermione and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and